We passed the Political Parties and Organizations Amendment Act here. It was passed by this House. Many of us were, of course, bothered by the process. Stakeholder engagement did not happen as should have. But you see, that law is now law. Even as we challenge it in court, wherever and so on, it is existing law until we see what court does say. So that law created two, you can call them departments. One for parties that have no representation in Parliament, the other for parties which are represented here in this House, and they called it IPOD. So by virtue of law, we are all conscripted into IPOD. We are there by force. That's the law anyway, as it is now, until whatever gets to happen to it. Now, the Ministry of Justice and the Attorney General was meant to bring regulations, of course in consultation with the stakeholders, including us, who are in IPOD by force, because that's the law now. The regulations have not happened. We have not been consulted. And yet we hear there is a lot that's happening. There is meant to be an MOU. That MOU is meant to be done in consultation with all the stakeholders. And then the stakeholders are reached out to look at the regulations, to look at the MOU, and either sign or not sign. But that has not happened yet. We don't know if things are happening secretly, because by virtue of law, we are now there by conscription, by force, if you like. What's happening? Will those regulations come? Will that MOU draft be given to the stakeholders so that we look at it and see, is this something we want to be part of? Because you see, we can all be part of something by conscription, but then all stakeholders need to know, okay, what are these regulations saying? Are we okay with them? Are we okay with this MOU? And then we choose to sign or not to sign, but we hear a lot is happening surreptitiously, and even this House, which passed the law, is waiting for those regulations that are meant to give effect to that law. It has not happened. Stakeholders are in the dark. Learned Attorney General, please offer some guidance.